In a dramatic political shakeup, Floyd Shivambu, the former deputy president of the EFF, has been appointed as the Secretary General of the MK Party, marking the fifth individual to take on this role in a span of just 11 months. Welcome to SA News Daily. Floyd Shivambu appointed fifth MK Party Secretary General in just 11 months. Is this a sign of instability or is it a sign of renewal? Floyd Shivambu's appointment is seen by some as a strategic move to inject new energy into the MK party, while others believe it could be a signal for deeper underlying problems within the party. Now, we're going to dive into the context of Shivambu's appointment and what his leadership means for South Africa's political landscape. Now, in the past year, the party has seen a revolving door of leadership with five different individuals appointed as SGs in the span of just 11 months. Now, Floyd Shivambu's unexpected appointment as SG of the MK party has sent shockwaves through South Africa's political scene at large. Shivambu is known for his fiery rhetoric, charismatic leadership, and a role as a former key member of the EFF has long been a polarizing figure in South African politics. Now, Shivambu's appointment appears to be a strategic move by the MK party to galvanize its base and inject a fresh sense of direction into the party. His experience in South African politics, particularly with the EFF, makes him a significant figure in the party, and his combative style may be seen as a necessary force to shake up the MK party's leadership. However, there are still lingering questions around, whether Shivambu's association with the EFF's radical views and outspoken nature will help or hinder the MK party's efforts to win over voters. Shivambu's tenure as the EFF under the leadership of Julius Malema has been marked by sharp criticisms of the ANC, as well as bold and at times provocative statements about Jacob Zuma. Now, what is the impact on the MK party and perhaps the ANC? Now, Shivambu's entry into the MK party could have significant implications for the future of the party. Shivambu's appointment may signal a further aligning more closely with radical left-wing ideologies. His appointment could also serve to attract more youth voters, particularly those who feel disenfranchised by the NC's leadership and the country's ongoing challenges, such as high unemployment and economic inequality. At the same time, the NC may view this as an attempt by a rival faction to capitalize on the party's weakening influence, particularly in regions where the MK party still holds some sway. Now, this just shows that Shivambu's appointment is taking place in a highly polarized and fragmented political landscape. Shivambu's leadership could either stabilize the MK party or exacerbate, perhaps, its problems. And what I mean by its problems is we've seen on social media, on public spaces, where reports have come out that allege some of former MPs who are unhappy, as far as we know, who've come out and voiced their frustrations with how they were, their duties as MPs was ended, right? So perhaps having Shivambu step in would, either stabilize, those issues that might be within the party or exacerbates its problems. Now, depending on how effectively he can unite the various factions, which at this point it does seem like the MK party is not an exception, that there are issues within the party, and maybe he's going to help clarify the party's position in a broader political debate. However, the stakes are high. The stakes are high for the MK party and its leadership. So now, what lies ahead for the MK party? Floyd Shivambu's appointment as the fifth SG of the party in just 11 months underscores the ongoing instability, and perhaps instability because it's a new party still trying to find its a new party still trying to find its feet. Now, what lies ahead for the MK party? Floyd Shivambu's appointment as the fifth SG of the MK party in just 11 months underscores the ongoing instability. And that basically means that with what we've seen being reported in the news, that seems to suggest that there are quite a number of MK party members who are not particularly happy with the status quo. And perhaps, that indicates a crisis of leadership, as we've seen with Mr. Kumalo, who had been in a little legal battle with the EFF, claiming to be a founder of the party. Now, clearly, there are some level of instability, some level of leadership issues within the EFF. Now, while Shivambu's bold political presence could potentially breathe new life into the MK party, it also raises concern about the future direction of the party and whether it can effectively present a unified front to voters. Now, stay tuned to SA News Daily for further updates, commentary on this unfolding political story and other breaking news in South African politics. Until next time, take care.